Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shay. Today we'll be looking at how I design the hero section of this landing page. This is supposed to be a landing page, but I just decided to design the hero section, this part alone. So let's get started. The first thing I will do is to create my frame. I will choose desktop from the properties panel, desktop. The next thing I will do is to create my layout grid. Add my layout grid, change it from grid to column, 12 column grid, which is the standard for web, and I will make it center. I will make the gutter 24. I like working with multiple of 4. So I will increase it, start increasing it to, let's say 80, yes. I'm okay with 80, yes. That's good. Now the next thing I want to do is to create my header. So currently I don't have a logo. I just want to create a dummy logo. I create a dummy logo, 2 circles, duplicate the circles by holding and dragging, holding my option key or alt key on the Windows laptop and dragging to duplicate an element. So let me change the color to blue, change this to this, yes. So next thing I'll do is group these two, but before I do that, let me align it. Yes, it's aligned. Control G to group, and let me type text. Let's say the name of the company is Circle. Circle. It's just a dummy name, Circle. Let me make it bold, increase the font size, change the justification to left. Let me increase the font size to 40. Let's see. This makes sense. Let me reduce this by pressing K on my keyboard. K is the shortcut for scale. Scale 2. Scale 2 can be found here at the top here, where my mouse is. So the next thing I want to do is let me increase it a little. Yes, good. Next thing I want to do is to group the two selection. Group the two selection. So right click, group selection. So I put it here. Put it here. I want to change the color of this from black, 100% black, to something more subtle, like this. So the next thing I want to do, the next thing I want to create is add the element on the header. Remember I said every text, images, video, everything you find on a website, they are elements. So we have text element, we have image element, we have video element, button element. Everything that is on a web page is called element. So there are media element. Media element is video, images, GIF, different types of animation. They are still video, and we have text. So I want to create other text element on the header. And how do I do that? I click the type tool, T to type, click on my artboard to start typing, and I will type O. O. The next thing I want to do is adjust the style my text. Change it from the current size to 16 pixel. 16 pixel regular, I want regular, and I want the color to be this 1111. Check the X code, the color code. So the next thing I want to do is to convert these to auto layout. And how do I do that? I will press Shift and A, Shift A, convert to auto layout. You can see auto layout added, convert to auto layout. Another effect that I want to add is the hovering effect. Hovering effect simply means when a user hover on this element, it should change from one state to another. This is a state. This would be another state. And how did I duplicate this? I pressed and hold my Option key or Alt key on Windows PC to duplicate. So the next thing I will do is change the color of this text from black to our brand color, which is this. So now the next thing I want to do, I will select the two and convert them to component. I will create a video later to explain what component is and how to use them wisely. So the next thing is to create component set. After that, after I've created my component set, I will click on this black home text, and I will click on prototype, and I will come here. The prototype can be found at this property section. We have design, prototype, inspect. So what I want to do is prototype. Now, prototype, I'll just, you can, when you hover on it, you will see this plus icon that comes up. So click on that plus icon, hold, and drag it, connect it to the other element, the blue home element or the purple home element. Now, we want to change the command. We want to instruct this that when a user hovers on this black home, the text should change from, you can see while hovering, this text should change from black to this particular color. So that is that is the instruction we've just given this particular element. Let's go back to our design mode by coming here and click on design. Yes, good. So let's drag this out, and what we'll do next is click on this black, Ctrl C, and come here, select this artboard, this desktop artboard, and Ctrl V. This is our element. So let's drag it here. The next thing I want to do is I want to duplicate this by pressing and hold my Option key or Alt key on Windows PC. So drag. We've duplicated it once. We want more duplicates. More. So let's hold on a bit. So let's edit this text from home to about us. Home to about us. Let's change this to services. And careers. So the last thing we want to create is button, and the button says free consultation. Free consultation. So I will convert it to auto layout. Change the color of the text. Okay, don't let me change the color now. The first thing I want to do is change the color of the background from transparent to our brand color. So the next thing I want to do is to change the color of the text from black to white. Also, there's something called padding. Padding is the distance that surrounds an element. Distance, or let me explain this way. The distance from here to the edge of this is an inside distance. Inside distance. So is the padding. So what we have here is padding left, padding bottom, padding top, padding right. So I want to increase this padding. And how do I increase that? I will come here, change this to let's 12. Oh, sorry. Let me undo. Let me change it to 12. 12. And then this 24. Let's use 20. 20. So the next thing I want to do is to put it here. So we are almost done with our header. Come here. So let's adjust the spacing. So when you select all elements together and the spacing are not equal, you will see this particular icon. Just click on it, it will adjust the spacing. Now, I like to work with multiple of 4, or something divisible of 4. Let's make it 16. This time 16. And okay, I think this is good. So the next thing I want to do is to select all these elements, including our logo. Select logo, and then align. Come here, come to this top, align vertical center. Align vertical centers. Click on it. Everything is aligned. Next thing I want to do is to group this selection. Group. So the selection is group. Our header is 99% done. So we want to give a background to our header. So the next thing I want to do is click on the rectangle tool or punch R on your keyboard. Just press R on your keyboard to bring out the rectangle tool. Click, hold, and drag. So I want the height to be 88. The height to be 88. And then now you can see that the rectangle is covering all other elements that we have created. So it's because on this layers panel, the rectangle is at the top of our header. So let's drag it down. Now, how do you know when to release your mouse? It is when you see this white line. When you see this white line, just release your mouse and voila. So the next thing is, let's center align it. Let's align everything. Let's come here again. Align vertical centers. Click on it. Good. So we are done with our header. Let's change the color to white. To white. Or something like this. Let's make it white. So the next thing is select everything together and group it. Group all the elements together. And let's give it a name on the layers panel. Double click on it and change it to header. And we are done creating our header. So the next thing we want to do is to bring in our image. I have my assets here. The image I used to, you can go to unsplash.com to get free image that you can use, free quality image. So because I've imported all the images that I need for this, so I just come here and you can see the image is big. It's bigger than my artboard. So I want to scale it down a little bit. I will press K on my keyboard and scale it down. till I am satisfied. Scale it down. Scale it down. Yes, I'm good. Scale it down. So the next thing I want to do is to add, because if I put a text on this image like this, the text will not be visible. It will not be legible enough for a user to read. So the next thing I want to do is to put an overlay. Put an overlay on this image. So what I will do, I will just come here to this fill category. Fill category. You can see stroke, effect, export, fill category. Click on this plus icon, and an overlay has been added. 20%. So I want it, I don't want pure black. I don't want pure black. I want something like this. So I want the opacity to be increased, the transparency. Just check. You can see it's becoming darker. Let's make it 80 or 75. 75 is good. Now I want to remove I want to turn off this grid, this layout grid. Just click on this, come here, click on the desktop one, and the layout grid will be activated in the properties panel. Click on this eye icon to off it, to hide it. Now the layout grid has been removed. So the next thing I want to do is to bring in my text, and the text says unlock your full potential. Let me quickly type the text. Unlock. Let me increase the size to 56 so that I can see what I'm typing. Unlock your business full potential. With our financial intelligence solution. Solutions. So the next thing I want to do, I want to justify it to the center. So change this to bold. Let me increase the font size to 64. So the line height, I want it to be 120%. 120%. So this will be my H1. This will be my H1. So let me change the color of this to make it bluish like this. Let's change it to let's move it down a little bit. Yeah, it's looking good. So next thing is to add these two elements, and we are done. Add these two elements. The first one is say goodbye to guesswork, and hello to real results with our business name is Circle, not Fintel. Circle. Let's go your business. Go your business. Let me pan around. Let's go your business. Business. Together. So I'll reduce it, change it to regular, change this to 24, change this to 150%. 150%. Now we'll give it I want to make it just 2 lines. Yes. So let's put it here. Let's make it. Let's reduce this to 56. 56. Line. Make it 24. Make it 16. So I was almost done. 80% done. So let me bring in the button. Control C to copy the button, and I'll right click here, Control V, or right click, just paste here. So the next thing I want to do is to create the secondary CTA, secondary button, which is an outline button. I will click and drag, hold my Alt key, click and drag, change the color, remove this color, remove the fill by pressing this, clicking on this minus icon, and click on this plus icon for stroke. Stroke is just the line around, it's like a border. Let me call it a border. So I want to change the color to white. Change the color to white. And let me group these two. Let me group these two. Let me group this also by adding auto layout. Let me group this, converting it to auto layout. Let's change it to 40. And we are done. This is our landing page. This is our landing page. Let me align it to the center. Let me make sure that it's aligned, properly aligned. Yes, this is our landing page, and it is ready. So let's change this free consultation here to About Us, or Learn About Us. Learn About Us. About Us. It's cool. So let's check the prototype to see the effect that we created for this header. Let's check the prototype. To check this overlaying effect that we added, we created here, we need to play the prototype. And we come here to this play icon. When we click on it, it will take us to a new page, and a new tab rather. This is the new tab. And let's over on this. Should this thing is disturbing you, you can just come here, click on this option, and just tell it to show, click on this, it will hide it. You can see that the color is changing from black to our brand color. Black to our brand color when we hover on it. And that is the effect of that component that we created. Yeah, thank you very much. Kindly subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. Thank you. I see you next time. Bye.